You've got a lot more, you have more talented guys on this team. You have some experience coming to that too. Talk about your room because it's grown.
Yeah, it's a grown room, a hungry room, a malnourished room. These guys are working on their own. I'm seeing guys in the back right now working on their own. It's great to have that kind of mindset and culture in the room. Obviously Woody and Jaden, those guys, but Gentry and Rowe and, the whole nine, Dolby and Kanai and Makari and Josiah and just the whole group, man. Gabe, we got a really good group of guys who are working and hungry, and we still got, Jacoby coming in too. So it's a good group, it's a hungry group, and once again, they want to be elite. I think a lot of guys in that room were used to being the butt, and then, I was telling them go from the butt to the and to the why. And that's just the mindset. If you want to be great, get your hands dirty and go work.
When you look at it, because last year, you guys had 6 or 7 year. Talk about coming into this year with the mindset you're going to get better and what's going to happen.
100%. I've been through it. We've been through those struggles before. I remember my first year I was at Georgia. I think we lost 5 games or 6 games or whatever it was. And in year 2 we went to the Natty. I've been there too. So I think once culture sets in, and guys really invest in themselves and understand the opportunity that's bestowed upon them to work and to grind and go get it and have that fire pouring from their chest. Because like I tell people all the time, the same game you play since you were 7 years old, breathing hard on the football field or at recess, halftime pop on a football game, Rice Krispie treat, half a PB&J, the whole deal, Capri Sun, Gatorade, whatever. It's the same mindset. It's recess every single day. But to be blessed with the opportunity and not to attack it is disrespectful to everything that's given to you by God and your family. So, these guys have a different mindset, and they're working and hungry and want to go prove it.
You mentioned that culture setting in.
Yeah.
A couple of days, but how much different does it look just as far as speed of understanding things for the returning guys and being able to teach the younger guys that and pass that along?
It's big time. It's a high level want to. To be great, you got to want to be great, right? The saying I always say, everybody real to real walk up on them, right? And that's in the work ethic. That's on the football field. That's in playing not confident but convicted in who you are. But I think the way you play with conviction is understanding the details of your craft, right? And we're all teachers, or we're coaches, but really we're teachers, right? Mm-hmm. So whether you're talking about, pre-snap in their cast guard, call lineman stance, key responsibility, it's the same day in teaching, you say your PEMDAS, right, your order of operations. So the same thing for their mindset, being prepared and being locked into the details on and off the field is where these guys are really growing on every aspect of the football team. Guys are going on their own watching a film, not being asked to do anything. So intrinsic motivation is a big separator.
Jay, and not try to get too personal, what does it mean for you to be in the same place for a second?
Yeah, funny. It's good. But it's been a great grind, and it's been a crazy career in this amount of time, and opportunity this or that or here or there, and I'm blessed to be here with a great group. And we always talk about family and culture, and BV is all about family and culture, and the whole entire staff is too. One thing's talking about, another thing's being about it. And my kids are right in the background, my wife's in the background with them as well too, and be a part of that, but also working and grinding and getting ready for the season, having a chip on your shoulder. Like once again, you said 6 and 7, right? That ain't good enough, and we all know it ain't good enough. And I didn't come to Oklahoma for 6 and 7, especially playing the Natty the year before I got here, right? So it's a blessing to be here, and we can't wait to go prove it on the football field.
That helps you establish your culture, though, the fact that you're here for the second year. Recruiting, too, I would guess, right?
Oh, yeah, recruiting, too, connecting with people, and people know you're here. And like I said, I don't recruit. I think it's about relationships with people, because every kid gets that same phone call. Hey, how you doing? Great, how are you? And who talks like that, So just, pouring into people who they are. Everybody's going through trials and tribulations in their life, and understanding who they are and getting their why, seeing guys have high character and their why, and playing with that chip on their shoulder is a big deal for me.
Kind of stepping outside your position group, what's Trace Ford's impact been on this team so far?
Trace is awesome. Great energy, getting healthy, fast, athletic. He's going to be a great weapon for Chavo and our whole entire crew on defense. And you hear the passion every time he talks. So really excited about getting him going.
Woody's been here a long time.
Yeah.
He's been a good football player. We talked to him the other day, and he said he wanted to get more fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
Some people look at that and go, "What? He's not fundamentally sound," but he's just talking about getting better, right?
Yeah, he's talking about the details of the craft, right? If you want to be an elite player, football's a game of inches equal efficiency. So the more detail you're on your craft, pre-snap, post-snap, D&D, red zone, not, 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, understanding what's going on is, to me, the biggest separator. I think you look at Woody last 5 games, compared to what he was before. I told him right to his face, and we had, I was give real conversations. Woody first 5 games was a solid football player, average, good. great. But in the last 5 games, he really turned it up. And you can see him turn it up. I think him and CJ and Jaden, when he played Iowa State, they all turned it up. And those guys were also the guys who were up there all the time on their own and focusing on the details. So you get out of it what you put into it. Simple as that.
Corners,
and Woody's been great with that.
Sorry.
Go ahead. You go.
Corners asked to do just a lot more in
Yeah.
the defense last year than they were
Yeah.
previously. How long did it take for you kind of see them to stop thinking through that and just play?
Yeah, it's simple. I think the biggest thing like you're saying is thinking through it or doing it, right? I think once it becomes instinctual and these guys can understand what my job is, I already know what my responsibility is and go play fast, I think that was the biggest game changer for them. FBI, football intelligence is a big, thing as well too. And when I first came here, I said, you guys all play 7-on-7. I said, what's cover 2? How many deep, how many under? It was about 8,000 answers. And saying it's cover 7-on-7. It's 2 + 5, right? 2 deep, 5 under, right? And I was like, oh yeah. And once it starts clicking in their mind, you see how fast these guys have played. And whether you see plays of getting on Jane Davis about triggering and cover 2, and then you see him Florida State going and triggering, you're excited as heck for him. Or seeing a guy like Gentry Williams, who was a track athlete who was playing football, could play all over the place, and now he's a football player who's a great athlete, and getting him back is going to be great. And just seeing those growth of Woody, understanding it's great to see growth from guys too, because it seeks in. So appreciate that.
Coach, if I can hop in.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
Josiah Wagner,
Yes.
obviously a guy that's brand new to the scene.
Yes.
Somewhat undersized in comparison to the rest of your room, but obviously
Pitbull.
the guy that's got
Yeah.
agility,
Yes.
speed.
Yes.
He's a dog.
Yes.
What do you see about his game that you like so much?
He's a pit bull in everything he does, every aspect of his life, and he doesn't flinch. And one thing, he's electric feet. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's getting bigger. He's already pulling on 8 pounds as it is. He's really quick, really efficient. I can still hear him in the background. Him, Makari Vicker's still working over there, and everybody else is gone right now. And that's what you want to have. Like I said, intrinsically motivated guys like that is what you need to have to be elite. And from places I've been, the growth from these guys is going to be, elite.
Does that kind of speak to the collective mentality of the guys that you recruited in this last cycle?
100%.
Guys that are going
100%.
the extra mile?
Yeah, who love the game. They don't love what the game can do for them. They love, once again, going outside. If the game was over right now, they'd probably be playing rec ball right now, rec ball 7-on-7 or whatever. Those guys who love the game like that, and it seeps from their skin and pours from their veins, and it's like Whataburger pumping out my veins from Texas. Same exact thing. Just having that mindset, like I get to play football, right? I get to go play and pour it out on a daily basis. I got to get it, and you love having guys like that every single day.
Jay, how tough was last year for Jaden Rowe, and what did you have to do maybe to keep him mentally engaged?
Yeah, the injuries were tough, but once again, it's a freak athlete, and he knows once I get down the details, I'm 6'3", 230, and I ran a 10.38. It's pretty good, And once he understands the details and understands when to be fast, when to control my speed, when to get my foot placement right, keep my feet inside my cylinder, or I can say Madden circle, whatever the kids nowadays like using, But just understanding the details of the craft, Jaden's going to be a great player. I can't wait to get him back, and I think he may be another guy over there. He's another guy over there right now too, and just love having guys who have that want to. He was at home sending me videos of him working out and grinding and working. He's got a great family at home too, and kids are hard worker. I can't wait to get him back out here ASAP.
Gentry, you played Gentry.
Are there any guys that you're going back and forth with Brandon right now? Back safety, back.
Not right now. Dolby's fully playing corner right now. It's a great question. We'll see what happens at the end with different guys moving all over the place as well too. But once again, we don't recruit corners. I don't recruit safeties. I don't recruit cheetahs. I recruit football players who can play all, right? Because I don't want a corner who can't hit. It's just soft. And I'm not, no sass. You guys know that.
How does the dynamic between cheetah linebacker and nickel safety work?
That's different guys who can all play it. You want them all to be able to do the same thing, and they just have different body types, right? Whether it's 6'12", Deshaun McCullough, or Big Cat, Justin Harrington, 6'12", I would say that, or Peyton Bowen, or, Reggie, or all these guys. You have multiple guys who can play it. Woody played some last year and some dime last year as well, too. You want to have an arsenal of guys who can do different things, which, to me, helps with the complexity of your defense, and not complicated, but have complexity and just the looks and people doing it.
Depends on what you guys need.
100%. It's like going to Sonic. Big menu, order off, whatever. Here. I love Whataburger. You need me. I love Whataburger, obviously, but it's a big menu, and and different guys being able to do multiple things makes you more diverse defense from a big picture perspective.
You played Gentry quite a bit last year.
Yeah.
How much is that going to help him with this spring?
To me, it was everything, having Gentry play. I mean, he could have red shirt, he could have done this. The number one thing we want to do is have Gentry play so he gets those reps, time on task. And he's not going to flinch. He played well at Oklahoma State. He was ready for West Virginia. He's going to be ready in the fall. And once again, Gentry started off, came in at 164, and he's 185. I mean, kid's doing 250 push-ups. Good job, boys. 250 push-ups every single night. And he has a high level of 1-2 and elite speed and focused. And I mean, it's like back in the day when guys used to do math champs, you'd be like, 9781. That's Gentry. And ask a question, just answer it. And Gentry, I love his personality and just who he is as a person, and his athletic ability is a plus on top of it as well too. But he's going to be ready. I know that much.
Coach, apologies if you've been asked this already, but how refreshing is it to get a guy like Woody back for a fifth year, just to not only for what he brings on the football field, but what a mentor he can be to the younger guys?
Yeah, Woody's what you want as a person leaving your room, because his mindset, mentality, and disposition is I want to be great. And not just want to be great with my words, but my work ethic. And Woody's work ethic, like I said, is second to none. He works hard, he grinds. Him in that room, Jaden Davis, CJ last year, Gentry, those are the four guys who are really stepping up on a daily basis, showing up, doing the extra work, asking questions, being detailed, sending notes, and just on top of everything. And that's why I think you saw continuous growth of those guys in that room as well, too.
Now, we know BV's a triple cheeseburger and onion rings guy. What's your staple at Whataburger?
Oh, man. Texas toast, double meat, bacon, fries, or if you go to chicken strips with the gravy, you get 2 pieces of toast, because that toast is really good. Sprite light ice. Used to work there. My name was Juan. It was really weird. Black guy named Juan, but it was okay. I thought I was Dominican, but it was good. I worked at the one on Glade Road in Euless, Texas, right there. So, clubbed up. Honestly,
You eat a lot of Whataburger.
I know. I'm slowing down now. I should did Bikram yoga this morning, which is some shit. I woke up early, and I was the only guy in the room that had to be a football coach, apparently, and was doing yoga. So they have no idea, but it's good though.
How'd you make it 4 years up at Wisconsin with no Whataburger?
We had nitty gritty, as Mike will tell you, and we had the nitty gritty. We had Wando's and the KK, as we all know up there, and Mike knows. DeAndre Levin, my close friend, Jim Leonard knew, and they all knew. So that's the spot up there. So.